Donald L. Kirkpatrick, Evaluating Training Programs, The 4 Levels, 3rd edition. Get ready to dive into the engaging world of training program evaluation in our summary of Donald L. Kirkpatrick's book, Evaluating Training Programs, The 4 Levels, 3rd edition. This book provides an invaluable resource for upper-level executives and training managers to assess the effectiveness of their company's training programs. The summary breaks down the process into 10 factors involved in planning and implementing a successful training program, along with an in-depth exploration of the 4 levels of evaluation to improve your current training programs. By the end of this summary, you'll have a solid understanding of how to effectively evaluate and enhance any training program to ensure optimal employee growth and results for your company.
Designing effective training programs. To design an effective training program, follow these 10 essential steps: determine needs, set objectives, determine the subject, select the participants, determine the schedule, select the facilities, select the instructors, prepare audiovisual aids, coordinate the program, and evaluate the program. As a training manager or executive, evaluating the effectiveness of a training program can make or break its success. Therefore, you must know how to determine if a training program has had any impact, if it's worth the time, money, and effort invested in it. In this summary, we will guide you through the 10 essential steps to design an effective training program. The first step is to determine the needs of the program. To do this, conduct surveys or interviews among potential participants, their bosses, and others familiar with the job. From these data, establish a weighted score for each category and use it to decide what training programs to establish. Additionally, it would help if you considered establishing an advisory committee to assist in deciding what to cover. Once you determine the program's needs, establish objectives based on the desired results. The expected results could include improvements in production, sales, quality, and more. Determine what knowledge, skills, and attitudes participants should learn, and what new behaviors they should adopt as a result. Next, decide on the program's subject according to its objectives. Also, consider how to provide the training, such as the use of audiovisual aids. Choosing the right participants is a crucial step in ensuring a successful training program. Ask yourself 4 questions when selecting participants: who will benefit? What training programs do various regulations require you to provide? Should training be voluntary or compulsory? Should you offer the training to different organizational levels? Determine the program schedule according to the trainees' convenience, best learning conditions, and the most effective way to maintain what they learn. An ongoing program is generally preferable, spread over several weeks or months. It should consist of a 3-hour session with different kinds of instruction, group participation, and audiovisual aids. Select appropriate facilities that are comfortable, convenient, and conducive to learning. Avoid noisy rooms with uncomfortable furniture or inconvenient locations. In selecting an instructor, seek a learner-oriented instructor who knows the subject, can communicate effectively, and enjoys teaching. Prepare audiovisual aids to help participants stay interested and encourage communication. Examples of the audiovisual aids to use are videotapes or handouts. Lastly, evaluate the program's effectiveness by planning its approach. Determine how to gather feedback and measure its effectiveness against established objectives. By implementing these 10 steps, you will be well on your way to designing an effective training program that meets your company's needs. Evaluate training programs effectively. To effectively evaluate training programs, it is crucial to focus on 8 key areas such as subject matter, leadership, teaching methods, facilities, schedule, teaching aids, coordination, and improvement. Evaluating training programs helps determine their effectiveness, possibility of continuation, and how they contribute to the company's goals. Trainers can demonstrate the positive results of training programs to top management for job security, even during downsizing. A successful evaluation ensures the program fits the attendees' needs and highlights ways to improve future training initiatives. 4 levels of program evaluation. Learn the 4 levels of program evaluation and how they impact learning, behavior, and results. An effective training program is one that not only imparts knowledge, but also brings about positive changes in behavior. To assess the effectiveness of a program, the book proposes 4 levels of evaluation that must be taken into account: reaction, learning, behavior, and results. The first level, reaction, measures the immediate response of participants to the program. It is crucial since a poor reaction can impact further learning. The second level, learning, assesses how much knowledge and skills the participants gain from the program. The objectives of the program decide what should be measured here: knowledge, skills, or attitudes. Level 3, behavior, evaluates whether there has been a change in behavior due to the training. For a behavior change to occur, conditions must be met: the participant needs to want to change, know what to do, know how to do it, and work in an environment that supports change. A good work climate offers intrinsic and extrinsic rewards to encourage change. The final level, results, looks at the bigger picture and measures the final objectives of the training program from the organizational perspective. Increased production, improved quality, higher profits, reduced turnover, and regulatory compliance are some of the results that can be measured. While the final results of the training program may be affected by several internal and external factors, linking the program to broader organizational goals is important. Evaluating the effectiveness of a training program is crucial to ensure that resources are invested in programs that contribute to achieving organizational goals. A successful program involves positive reactions to the training, participants gaining essential knowledge and skills, behavioral changes, and achieving organizational objectives. Creating effective training evaluation forms. Creating effective training evaluation forms is crucial for quantifying reactions and measuring program effectiveness. To do this, trainers should design a survey and scoring sheet that accounts for desired metrics, while encouraging honest feedback. Using tabulations to establish a baseline, trainers can then measure reactions against these standards and improve the program if necessary. Finally, transparent communication of results to top management is essential for modifications or continuation of the program. Assessing learning outcomes. To evaluate the effectiveness of training, measures should be developed to assess knowledge, skills, and attitudes. A control group can be used to measure changes in the experimental group. Paper and pencil tests can be used for knowledge and attitude measurement, while performance tests are suitable for skills assessment. The results should be analyzed for appropriate action. Effective training methods. Promoting behavioral change after training requires patience and reinforcement. Encourage trainees with intrinsic or extrinsic rewards, and evaluate their behavior before and after training. Getting feedback from various parties such as supervisors and subordinates helps in assessing the effectiveness of the program. Periodic evaluations at appropriate intervals help address the program's cost-benefit ratio. Sample interviews or survey questionnaires, when designing the evaluation, can be highly beneficial. Remember to allow ample time for the trainees to implement their learning, as it may take a while. Measuring the effectiveness of training programs. To determine the effectiveness of a training program, use a control group and measure before and after the program. Consider the cost of the program versus its benefits for your organization. While it may be difficult to prove positive results due to external factors, aim to obtain the best possible evidence in your assessment. 4-level approach to effective training. The 4-level approach to training has been successful in various businesses and can be applied to any training program. The book offers case studies on performance appraisal, leadership training, creative management, problem solving, corporate performance, outdoor-based training, safety training, and stress management.
In summary, Evaluating Training Programs, The 4 Levels by Donald L. Kirkpatrick offers a comprehensive guide to help executives and training managers analyze the effectiveness of their training programs. By understanding the 10 factors involved in planning and implementing training programs, and assessing their performance through the 4 levels of evaluation, reaction, learning, behavior, and results, you'll be better prepared to make informed decisions about the development and continuation of your company's training initiatives. Implementing the techniques and approaches discussed in this book will not only improve employee performance but also contribute to the overall success and growth of your organization. Embrace this evaluation system and take your training programs to new heights.